To understand how class functions in modern society, you first have to drop below the pavement. In the opening moments of Bong Joon-ho's Parasite, the camera physically lowers us from the brightly lit streets down into a shadowed subterranean room. This is a banjiha, a type of semi-basement apartment common among working-class residents. It places its inhabitants in a state of precarity, caught in a constant flux where the floor isn't quite underground, but the ceiling never reaches the street. To survive, the Kims perform a series of high-speed improvisations. They fold stacks of pizza boxes for a few cents each and huddle near the ceiling to steal a neighbor's Wi-Fi. It's a physical manifestation of the gig economy, where every hour is a hustle just to secure the next. This dynamic reflects a concept known locally as Hell Joseon. It's a term used to describe a modern South Korean economy characterized by high youth unemployment, crushing educational demands, and a massive housing affordability crisis. In this environment, upward mobility feels like a literal impossibility. The banjiha embodies the psychological trap of poverty. Because the apartment is only half underground, the narrow window allows in just enough sunlight to maintain the hope of climbing out, while the physical concrete ensures the residents remain firmly at the bottom. The plot kicks into motion with the arrival of two items: an ornamental scholar's rock supposed to promise wealth, and a forged university degree. That piece of paper grants the son, Ki-woo, a job tutoring the daughter of the wealthy Park family. Once Ki-woo is inside, the Kims systematically infiltrate the Park household, executing a highly calculated operation to bypass the architecture that keeps them locked in the basement, replacing the Park's existing staff one by one with their own family members. This critique of socio-economic structure resonated on a global scale. The film achieved historic success, making history as the first non-English language film to win the Academy Award for Best Picture, alongside 3 other major Oscars. The movie uses its heist-like pacing to pose a specific question: can individual intelligence and a flawlessly executed hustle truly defeat a capitalist system structurally designed to keep you at the bottom? To reach his new job, Ki-woo has to leave his subterranean neighborhood and hike upward into the elevated geography of Seoul. He climbs physical steps into a lush hilltop enclave where the Park family lives. The Park house represents structural perfection. Within the fiction of the film, it was designed by a master architect named Nam-gung Hyun-ja. It operates as its own self-contained universe, meticulously planned and completely insulated from the chaos of the streets below. Every spatial arrangement here is deliberate. The massive, single-paned living room window frames the manicured garden like a private painting. Where the Kims' home is cramped and improvised, the Park's home uses minimalist geometry and open space to firmly assert their right to exist. In this ecosystem, the Park's wealth is measured in physical stability, geographic elevation, and total geometric control over their environment. Yet, the Kims' perfect infiltration contains a fatal flaw: the smell of the banjiha. The Park's youngest son notices that the new tutor, the driver, and the housekeeper all share the exact same musty odor. Smell functions here as an invisible, insurmountable boundary. It constantly alerts the wealthy to the presence of the poor. The Kims can forge documents and wear tailored clothes, but the damp, subterranean scent of their class status cannot be washed away by a paycheck. This structural divide becomes literal when a massive monsoon hits the city. The director uses wide, panning shots to show thousands of gallons of water violently cascading down endless flights of steep concrete stairs into the darkness. Fleeing the Park mansion, the Kims are forced by gravity to run continuously downhill. The rain washes them right back to their point of origin, a semi-basement apartment entirely submerged in raw sewage. We see an extreme disparity in how these two families experience the same weather event. For the hilltop Parks, the rain ruins a backyard camping trip. For the low-lying Kims, it results in total homelessness. Gravity and class are inextricably linked. The physical design of the city ensures that whenever a crisis occurs, the system inevitably funnels the damage downward, pulling the working class right back to the bottom. The morning after the flood, the Parks throw an impromptu garden party under clear blue skies. The Kims are forced to show up and serve champagne to wealthy guests, completely exhausted and traumatized from losing their home the night before. The tension breaks when a violent struggle breaks out on the lawn. Amid the chaos, Mr. Park demands the keys to his car. As he retrieves them from the grass, he pinches his nose in physical revulsion at the smell of a dying man from the basement. Seeing Mr. Park's reaction to the scent of poverty pierces Ki-taek's heart. He grabs a knife and strikes. This violence is the explosive collision of two social classes that can no longer pretend the invisible wall between them doesn't exist. Attempting to cross these rigid socioeconomic boundaries carries a violent psychological toll. The illusion of class mobility ultimately destroys the people who attempt the climb. In the tragic aftermath, Ki-taek is forced into hiding, permanently trapped in a secret underground bunker beneath the Park mansion. Above ground, his son Ki-woo dreams of an impossible financial fantasy where he earns enough money to buy the house and free his father. This academic paper examines the social conditions the film critiques. Research shows class consolidation makes the wealth gap increasingly obvious. Data proves the persistence of poverty has deepened. With resources controlled by the upper tier, the hope of changing your destiny is increasingly slim. The gap between the rich and the poor exists as an architectural diagnosis, a map of a society where the stairway to the top has been deliberately, structurally removed.